loose amongst that.
We'll give that siren a bit of juice here. A bit weak, isn't it?
Well, all I wrote down before half-time was that it was sick.
11-point lead to the home side, the Bears. First kick, Bain. No distance. No chance here, Cameron. Ryan. Spent a little bit of time on the bench. Gets out a good hand pass here to Lambert.
Short sleeve.
And he's gone the short sleeves. Look at that. Widest arms in football. Waitman approaching 50 possessions. Still going Dale Waitman. Gale couldn't quite take the mark. Comes to Underwood. Waitman again, 55 metres out from goal. Knight's a chance. Bit slow to get rid of the kick. Waitman for the third time. Caught in the tackle. It's high, says the umpire. Free kick to Dale Waitman.
Yes, I think it was high. Good decision by the umpire, but well done by Dale Waitman there to back up.
Actually, I'd like to have another look at that. I reckon the tackle was all right for starters.
I reckon it was high. Yep, high right from the start. But Dale Waitman, a fairly ordinary handball again there, putting Knights under some sort of pressure, although he just strolled in. I thought he had plenty of time to have that shot at goal. And Dale Waitman backing up, put his body in and has earned the free kick.
Taking plenty of time over this. Gastev man on the mark, about 30 metres out from goal, 25.
He looks a little fatigued, Dale Waitman.
Knocked up getting the ball. Kicks a goal. Good start for the Tigers.
Well, great start by the Tigers, now within 5 points. So, well, even though the Bears got away to a 25-point break at quarter time, the Tigers have worked hard to get back into this match. And now, as I said, only 5 points down. And things starting to happen. Corey Bell, the player from Southport, playing his first game sitting on the bench for the Brisbane Bears.
With Worsfold.
Roger Merritt doing the ruck work. Up against Gale. Pulled off the football was Waitman. Lambert. Handball really to no one in particular, but it finishes with Des Ryan. And Ryan's kick to half forward. Mark nearly taken by Campbell. Nichols chases. Campbell gets the handball away. Hardy, a sneaky one to Gastev. Gastev wide to Leslie. A little too far. Pickering comes in. Good shepherd by Leslie gives Gastev the opportunity. And Gastev's kick goes straight to Richmond. Taken by Gale. Handball off to Knights. And the mark is taken there by Underwood, just forward of centre. He kicks it straight across the ground, and if those kicks aren't accurate, have a look what's happened. It's gone back towards the Brisbane Bears goal. Campbell, you must collect this. No, he doesn't. Taylor is for the Bears.
Be collected by Merritt.
Off to Curran. Curran's high kick towards centre half forward. No mark taken. Gathered nicely by Turner. Good shepherd by Young. Turner's handball over the top. Goes to Lees. He could nearly be run down. No, he gets the kick away. In towards the centre. Mark is taken by Gale.
Kick by Gale to half forward. Wide open the Tigers. Nichols marks on the 50.
Well, it's good to see them go directly towards goal for a change, Robbo. Straight down from the back line into the forward line. And for a change, they caught the Brisbane Bears unaware. The short pass finds Matthew Knights, and he'll be having a shot from about 45 metres out.
Do you think a couple of these young Richmond boys may finish up sunburnt today, Bernie?
Oh, probably, no doubt. Well, plenty of times I've come off the ground, especially early in the season, with sunburn arms.
And somebody like Matthew Knights with a very fair complexion, I think he's a big chance. Knights might just struggle a little bit into the breeze with this distance. Oh, it's a magnificent kick. No trouble at all. Top.
Back in the centre. Leslie leaves it. Richmond go forward again. Chance for Underwood. Lovely hand pass by Underwood. Here's another goal coming up for Richmond. Nash goes for it, but misses to the right. Oh, gee whiz, that would have been just the momentum they needed. Richmond at the start. They've kicked 2 goals and got to the lead, but quickly out of the centre, and Nash misses.
1 goal free to Chris Nash.
Kick in, finds Phillips. Centre half back.
This is all into the breeze for the Tigers, so it wasn't in the Bears script.
Certainly a good start to the third quarter for them. Zanotti has the ball at half back. Hand passes away, goes to Campbell. Campbell, long kick in towards the centre. Mark taken by Curran. and he's just lost that little bit of pace that would have enabled him then to run on Peter Curran, but not a bad kick in the finish, and a good mark taken by Scott McIver.
McIver back for his first run for a while. A little bit down on his usual output. And that's a poor kick straight onto the chest of Matthew Knights. He kicked the last goal for the Tigers up the other end. Short pass across to Pickering. Young on the run. Well, the Tigers looking much better. Start of this second half. Young dishes out the hand pass to Smith. Smith lazily hoists it high to half forward. Gale takes a good mark in front of Curran. 2 good kicks to goal from there. Just inside the 50. The punch down comes to the front. Campbell, free running ex-South Australian. And a chain of hand passes and they get out of it. McLean. McLean to half forward looking for Merritt. Good mark, Roger Merritt. He has done a top job. Centering kick to centre half forward. Shackey behind this time. Lees. Whoops, hasn't cleared the area. Taylor had it a long time and is caught holding the ball.
Yeah, well, obviously his mind not getting quickly down to the hands there, Andrew Taylor. I think he knew what he wanted to do, but got a little mixed up. Lees. Kick goes wide. Player on his own out there is Smith. And I think you've nominated that he's Brad Hardy's opponent, Drew, haven't you? He was a long way in the clear again there. Ball finishes with Pickering. Pickering's kick to half forward, and a good strong mark taken in front by Gale. And Peter Curran probably having just an ordinary day. Bartlett there giving instructions down to the bench. The kick into the full forward area. No mark taken. Phillips tidying up for the Brisbane Bears. Kicks it wide to half back. Curran marks and gives the handball away to Campbell. Campbell spotted a player in the centre, and that player was Ashcroft, but he couldn't mark the football. He taps it out to Hamilton's advantage. Gastev leaves it behind, but has time to eventually give it away to Hamilton. Hamilton's left foot kick towards centre half forward. No mark taken. Richmond under pressure. Turner's handball, blind, but I think he knew the fellow was out the back there, Craig Smith. Craig Smith's hand pass over the top gives Knights the chance. Can't really kick very well with that right foot, so he gives it away now to Richmond's Turner. Up towards full forward, punched away, goes back in towards the centre, gathered by Gale. All players looking to hand pass it off. Smith now running up towards 50 metres from goal. He kicks it in towards the square, but there's no one back there for Richmond. Leslie hand passes, and the Bears will get clear through Bain.
And look at the open men here for the Bears. McLean takes the mark at half-back. He's got players peeling off him everywhere. Well, he goes for McIver, who's manned up by Lees. Might have been the best option, but McIver did very well to take the mark. Shackey leads out from full forward. It's a great lead. Good pass.
Yeah, excellent football all around there. Brad Hardy having a rest on the bench there too, Robbo. So
I think he's given Craig Smith too much latitude, yeah, Bernie, and that'd be punishment for that.
That's probably the main problem with Brad Hardy. He certainly hasn't manned up enough with Smith running into the forward line.
What a good lead and good kick there, though.
Oh, it was perfect football. Laurie Shackey looking $1 million today. Kicks from 50. Just away to the right. Disappointment for him there. So the Bears needed that. Shackey's kicked 3 goals too, but Richmond have kicked all the goals at the start of this second half.
6 minutes for the third quarter.
Kicking in will be done by Scott Turner. And it's a nice long kick too, out towards half-back. Here's Cameron for the Bears. He'll put them back into attack. Very good and fierce pass to Taylor. And he marks in front of Tony Free.
Well, I think Brad Hardy's too happy with being taken from the ground, Robbo.
Yes, Bernie. Brisbane Bears a chance now to wrest back that lead. Andrew Taylor is about 45 metres from goal, directly in front. And a nice kick here will put the Bears back in front. Not a bad kick for distance, but I don't quite know whether he's got the accuracy. No, he hasn't. So Andrew Taylor, 1 goal, 1 is his personal tally, and scores a level here at the Carrara Oval. Just wonder that tempo. You just get that feeling that the tempo could lift a little bit, and whichever team does it can really run away with this game.
Well, the heat's obviously having an effect on the players because they've slowed down noticeably since half-time, and certainly not doing the running they did in that first half.
I don't think Roger Merritt had a summer's day at Canberra as hot as this. Up go the Bears. It's noticeable that everybody has just slowed down a fraction here. Phillips puts the pass wide, and a diving mark taken by Hamilton. Back he comes to Curran, up to half forward. Taylor flies high, can't take the mark. Free for Richmond, in the path of Naish. His kick to half forward for Waitman, surrounded by 3 Bears. It'd be good to get out of this, and can't. Campbell whips it away. Matthew Campbell for Brisbane. Whoops, runs into a dead end, puts it down red hot, holding the ball.
Could have nearly called Dale Waitman Goldilocks then. Ball at centre wing for the Richmond side in the hands of Gale. And Gale kick towards centre half forward, big punch from the back. Bain looks like real chance, but he taps it into the path of McLean. He can't get away from Campbell, and Campbell's frustrating tactics there were good because Richmond may get away. No, Underwood just fumbles ever so slightly, Andrew Underwood. Bad luck for you, but good luck for the Bears. Phillips gathers, kicks it quickly. Gastev shares it with Leslie. Leslie's pass into full forward, a little too high for Taylor. He goes back after it again, but coming out strongly from that last line of defence for the Tigers was Turner, and he kicks it over for a boundary throw-in. It's about 65 to 70 metres around from the Bears' goal, and they really need to kick 3 or 4 goals in the remainder of this third term. Tigers have done it pretty well so far in this third quarter, but at the moment scores are level, 8-9 apiece. There's Lees and Michael Pickering for the Tigers, Andrew Taylor for the Brisbane Bears.
Obviously have different barbers in Queensland. Taylor's barbers left a bit on. Michael Pickering's didn't leave too much on. Taylor wins the tap. Knights caught in McIver's tackle. Ball held in, and it'll be a ball up. Scores dead level, 8-9 apiece. It's been a tough weekend to pick winners. Don't know how you're going in the office tipping competition, but you might be on the edge of your seats waiting to see which way this is going to go today. Young comes backwards, and Pickering takes the hand pass from Ryan. Centre of the ground, Smith.
Played pretty well, Craig Smith, hasn't he?
Has done well. Good kick into the breeze to half forward. Hogg under pressure from Zanotti, and Mark Zanotti's done a top job on Hogg.
Well, that was great play there by Zanotti, because he had to make up 5 metres. A very quick player, Mark Zanotti. Looked as if Hogg had gained the break. Made up ground very quickly, did Mark Zanotti.
And he hasn't conceded a goal to the man who came in as second on the goal-kicking list, which is not a bad effort. Waitman, don't know that he did much to get rid of that. Good play on to be a Richmond free. It's taken quickly by Nichols. Too long for Keys, and the mark taken by Kennedy.
He's played well too, Robbo. Kennedy in the back pocket on Keys.
I was going to say Dale Waitman should have been free kick for dropping the ball over.
Well, yeah, definitely. He had possession of it and just threw his arms out.
And then they gave it to Richmond anyway. Kick is now with Gastev, 50 metres from goal. He handballs it away to Bain. Bain's short pass is okay, finds Leslie. Leslie's got McLean in support in towards the centre. Running nicely is Ashcroft from half-back. Ashcroft transfers play to the left half-forward flank position. McIver can't mark. Punched away by Lees. Now free. Kick off the ground. Craig Smith. Not bad. Oh, that could have nearly been against Scott McIver for kicking in danger. Perhaps a little technical, but it certainly was a chance of a free kick. It's given to Richmond. Wide it goes to Nichols. Nichols on centre wing has plenty of time to sum it up and kick it long to half forward. No mark taken. Phillips under pressure. Good play, Gale. Chipping in his Hart. Waitman doing the chasing. Ball goes over, boundary throw in. Right half forward for Richmond. 8-9 apiece. We're well and truly past the halfway stage of this third quarter. So if the Tigers can hang on for the next 11 and a half minutes, they certainly will have a great chance of winning this game that I'm sure a lot of people thought would go to the Bears, including myself.
And me.
Smith, left foot kick, half forward. Bears mark taken by Phillips.
Phillips kicks across the half-back line. Kennedy coming up from defence. Good play. Towards centre wing. Merritt's after this with Ryan. Ryan leading the race. Did well, Des Ryan. Little one back to Campbell, but he couldn't clear the area. Cameron losing ground in possession. The kick too wide for Bain. Plenty of players to go into.
No, yeah, Johnny Gastev just, well, he's being a little critical, but constructively critical of David Cameron, not going crook at him. He perhaps should have gone for the hand pass. Lovely mark there, taken by Gale.
He's done well this quarter, hasn't he, Brendan Gale?
Well, he's a big boy, isn't he? I mean, he must be a lot taller than his brother, Michael Gale, who plays with Fitzroy.
Much taller, yes.
Long kick towards full forward, no mark taken. Kicked out by Zanotti quickly, out towards the wing. Hamilton does pretty well, use of body, and the free kick given against Craig Smith.
Not a bad idea by Smith hanging on there, because he held up play at least. A professional free kick, and the Bears would have been running freely into the forward line.
Kicked by Hamilton. Pushing the back. And a free kick to Brian Lees. Advantage played to Pickering. He takes it quickly out to Nichols. Nichols approaches half forward, keeps the pass low for Hogg. Zanotti works to the front, punches away again. It comes back to Nichols. Another left foot at a full forward. Keys from behind. Kennedy did well. Gastev. They work it out of defence. Ashcroft. Phillips had to be quick and was. Kennedy. That's good play by the Bears. Over to Leslie. Bit of space now for Martin Leslie. Looking for the man upfield. Merritt's his choice. Oh, he's crunched down this time, Roger Merritt. McIver a bit too slow. Bannock for Richmond. To Lambert. Back in the path of Bannock. Right through the middle they go. Chance for Keys. Oh, he bobbled that one. That had been a plump pudding. Been picking raisins off his face for years. Campbell. Gastev. And the Bears working it out of defence again. Very wide. This is a testing game of football on a very large ground in warm conditions. Worsfold.
Worsfold's kick across his left shoulder. And a free kick has been picked out of it. Perhaps again a little tiggy touch wood. I'm sure the umpires would be tolerant of the wear and tear of these conditions on the players. Their efforts have been quite good so far by all players. But just a few little errors creeping in, and I think you've already mentioned, Bernie, the heat taking its toll on the players.
Yeah, the area that I have to really work on is the chasing. It's okay when you have the ball in front of you and running with the ball, but when you see playing in these conditions, the players that you really appreciate are the ones that put in the hard chases.
Series of hand passes there, and the ball finishes with Campbell. Campbell's pass is not bad, and Hamilton marks on centre wing. Not much happening on the scoreboard. 8-9 has been the deadlock score for probably 3-4, maybe a little bit longer, 3 or 4 minutes. Andrew Taylor being pushed off there by Lees. And we'll have a bounce. Now it's a boundary throw in. Left half forward for the Brisbane Bears. Richmond get clear again through Naish. Naish's kick towards half forward. Punched away from by Kennedy. And Phillips runs away with the football. Not a lot of chasing done there. Phillips's kick is good and finds Cameron at left half forward for Bears.
Ball just bounding between half-back lines at the moment. Worsfold. Scoreboard hasn't flashed gold for a long time. It's flashing Bears mean business, but no change to the score. Taylor makes a contest of it. Down to Cameron. Snap goal by Cameron is out of bounds on the full. Possessions for David Cameron. He was part of the deal, came with Hamilton, and Geelong finished up getting Hooper as the top pick in the draft. Leslie up to Gastev. Campbell, long kick to the goal square. Shackey the only chance, but well out of position, and it goes off Turner for a behind.
Well, I'd suggest that that's probably the first score for about 5 minutes, Bernie.
Yeah, there's been nothing much happening, has there, in this third term? Both sides struggling to gain the advantage.
8-10 to 8-9. Bears lead by a point. 6.5 minutes left in the third quarter. There's a good mark taken by Gastev. He's too far out to score. Just hanging onto the football to try and get something to happen further afield. the pass, and it's a good one and a good mark in front of his face taken by Andrew Taylor. And Tony Free just a little late there on the scene. With a wry smile on his face, but Taylor certainly now a chance to kick a goal.
I know we're on a tight close-up, but if you cast your eyes wide, every runner and trainers out there, water bottles, never seen anything like it.
Well, it's certainly trying. I don't even think some of the Bears players would be used to this. Now, Taylor's kick is long enough and unfortunately inaccurate. 1-2 for Andrew Taylor. Bears lead by 2 points with 5.5 minutes left in the third quarter.
Taylor straight off the ground, replaced by Corey Bell, and Hardy preparing to come back on. Bell straight off the bench, takes his first mark in league football. 17-year-old local. 17 looks 14. Wish him all the best. A kick high to half forward, not a great kick. No distance, and not to a teammate. Nichols. Trent Nichols kick up towards half forward. Looks for Gale outnumbered. Gale marks.
He's marked well this quarter. Brendan Gale in front of Kennedy. Looks like he's playing on him now. Being moved off Terry Keys.
Now Naish. Looking for Hogg or Keys. Hogg at last. It's taken a long time.
It was a good mark in the finish, just putting his backside out and keeping Zanotti away a bit.
Different tactics there, wasn't it, Robbo? Because every time he's led out, Zanotti's had the pace to get there and thump the ball away. But there he used his body and was able to ward Zanotti off.
2 marks, 4 kicks to Jeff Hogg. Kicked 10 goals a fortnight ago. Goalless so far today, but that's his first. And the Tigers back in front.
And Richmond have hit the front. They lead by 4 points. Good bounce. Merritt had a good run at it. Now Richmond through Young to Lees. Lees wide kick. Good mark taken by Smith. Bit of space, 1 bounce. Second bounce will draw Gastev. Over the top, Lambert, you're going to be run down. Gets the hand pass away around the neck, says the umpire, and Craig Lambert will get the free kick.
Well, a bit fortunate there, Robbo, again, because that handball was just 1 handball too many and put Lambert under a lot of pressure. The tackle should have been better there by Matthew Campbell.
Now Lambert is outside 50. He kicks it to within goal scoring distance. No mark taken. Kick off the ground by Kennedy. Comes back to Nichols. Nichols kick. Oh, he's pretty happy, Trent Nichols. He's dogged it. Trent Nichols gets his first goal, and Richmond's 4th goal for the quarter. They lead by 10 points, 69 to 59.
It's been a very good quarter by the Tigers. It looked as if they were kicking into the breeze. It may have died a little bit in the second half. But the flow of the play is certainly going with the Tigers at the moment. 4 goals for the term, as Robbo said. Now have a 10-point advantage. The Bears only able to kick 1 goal so far in this quarter.
Back near the centre. Richmond doing most of the attacking. That's a fine mark taken by Campbell. He wants to play on quickly. Just over 3 minutes remaining for the quarter. His hand pass is blocked by Underwood. Gastev. Underwood follows up and goes in with the tackle.
Well, that's
could have nearly been rewarded, couldn't he?
Underwood. Well, Gastev had no chance at all to get rid of it, Robbo. So good decision by the umpire, but good to see the Tigers forwards there working hard to keep the ball in.
Gee, another goal here for Richmond. And make it pretty tough for the Bears. Nichols. Naish. Well, he's right in front on the 50. As soon as he gets through Phillips, he will be. 10-9 to 8 goals 11. It's been 4 goals to nothing this quarter for Richmond. Possibly into the breeze, was just about down to nothing. Is that a mark?
It's no. A mark, surely.
Well,
who's that?
Anton McKernan has not paid the mark. Terry Keys says that's a mark for sure.
Keys can't believe it. I'm sure he took that mark. Let's have a look at that again. It went over Hogg's head. And there he takes it to the ground. Certainly worth a mark.
Yep, a bit stiff not to be paid that one.
Ball up at centre half forward for Richmond. Underwood applies the tackle. Player down on ground level was Hart. Ball comes out. Kennedy attempts a kick off the ground. Now a hand pass really into no man's land. Getting back is Knights. Gathers it. Hand passes away. coming up from centre-half back was Ryan, and the kick into the forward pocket. Hogg is really pushed out of the way by Zanotti. Keys appealing for the free kick from the boundary umpire out on the full, but no siree, boundary throw-in will take place. 1.5 minutes left in this third quarter. There's Jeff Hogg getting back to do the ruck work for his side in the forward line. What a wonderful hit out. Here's a goal coming up. Campbell, did he get his foot to it? Yes, thank you.
Richmond with a 16-point break, having trailed by 11 at half-time. They've dominated this third quarter. Kennedy can't get the kick clear. Campbell, who kicked the goal, off to Waitman. Waitman too wide for Keys. 2 against 2 up here on the forward line. Keys knocks it backwards. There was nobody following up for Richmond. Curran for the Bears. Gastev marks at half-back. Well, Waitman.
Pretty good minding of the mark. He could have nearly been given 50 metres against, but held up play enough.
He was going to try it again on Bell. Bell gets the hand pass away. Danger, though. McIver under pressure. And all he could do was sling that one out of bounds, and we'll have a throw-in with 40 seconds remaining to three-quarter time. And Robert Walls looks as though he might be frustrated again.
And even David Bain, who's such a fit little bloke, he's got his hands on his hips and looking very, very weary. A free kick out of the ruck contest. It's being paid to Scott McIver. He's just behind the wing. Hand pass over the top to Gastev. No one really to kick it to. He's going to have to go high in the Merritt direction, close to the boundary line. Merritt flies high. Could have been nearly a free kick against him. Pickering goes to Free. Free's high kick. 1 on 3. Gale is the lone Richmond man, but McIver judges it nicely. Player in the centre, McLean, has got plenty of time. Left foot kick, but the siren sounds to end the third term. And at three-quarter time, the Tigers lead 11-9 to 8.
To get a first win for the season with the Bears. What did you hear, Bill McDonald?
Well, Robert Walls was absolutely furious at three-quarter time. He said the Bears are just a group of fringe dwellers. They keep hanging off out wide and bombing the ball into the centre of the ground. He said their forward work is just abysmal. He said, where is the forward line that quarter? And he just said that Roger Merritt is the only player on the ground doing anything at the moment, and the rest of the players should feel disgraced because they aren't putting the effort in at all. He says you're not going long, not going straight as they've asked for, so he's asked for a hell of a big effort this quarter if they're going to get back into their match. And for Richmond, well, they're pretty happy with their work that quarter. He asked them to lift the work rate, they did that. Now asked them to settle down. They are getting tired, but settle down and ride home for a win.
Well, interesting summary there from Bill. Robert Wall's not very impressed with the Bears at all.
No, he has got cause to be concerned, Drew, too. Look at the stats here. And
you know, what have they kicked? 8-11. It could easily have been 11-8. I mean, Cameron missing one in that second quarter. So the last quarter will start, and the Bears with a 16-point deficit. So they've got 30 minutes in front of them to do something about it. But Richmond, they've got 18 players out there that say, we want the 4 points. Waitman. Pickering now, quickly Michael Pickering, but the mark is taken back at half-back by Brenton Phillips. And Phillips has been quite a good player this afternoon for the Bears. His kick finds Gastev on centre wing. Gastev, who usually uses the football with efficiency, and this is not bad. The ball holding up in the breeze, but a good mark taken by Merritt. Plays on quickly, gives it to McLean. Hand pass goes to Hart. Hart's kick in towards half forward. It's going to break down, though, because with determination written all over his face, Steve Turner will clear for Richmond.
He's done all right too, Turner, because Shecky had 3 goals up until half-time with Markov playing on him, and since Turner's been at full-back, Shecky hasn't kicked a goal.
And he's another player who's been on the merry-go-round. He went to Collingwood, then to Ararat, Melbourne, and now doing pretty well with the Tigers. Now, the Bears just look as though they may have lifted a little bit at the start of this last quarter, but gee, they've gone backwards there with a chain of 3 hand passes. Leslie now will give it to Michael McLean. Michael McLean kicks it to within goal-scoring distance. Chance here for Hardy. Flips it out. McIver there. Kicked by Merritt is a goal. No, it's not. It's a post. Bad luck there for the Brisbane Bears. I thought that might have just sneaked through, and it would have given them something at the start of this last term.
So far in the game, 10 goals have been kicked at the right-hand end and 9 goals at the left-hand end. So not much difference. So still a chance for the Bears to get goals at the left-hand end, like Richmond did in the 3rd quarter. Knights, high hand pass in to Campbell. Wayne Campbell up to the 50-metre line. Punched down to the front. Naish, little recruit from Wangaratta, pulled off his kick, and Phillips gets the hand pass away. Eventually with Kennedy, and it bumbles along the ground up towards centre wing to Michael Pickering. Gee, it's stop-start. They look very tired. Knights comes off the hands to the back of the pack. Phillips trying to handball to himself, and the ball goes out of play, and we'll have a throw-in. Well, the game of football in these conditions on a big ground must just seem too long. 100 minutes. I reckon there's a case that it is at the moment, with the way players are crashing into each other. And
good play by that young fella Corey Bell then, Drew.
Did well. McLean.
Bears need to make something of this now. Had half forward McIver, pressure by Lees, handball to McLean. McLean goes up towards the goal front. Shackey at the back. David Cameron can't collect the football. Tony Free, solid in defence for Richmond. 3 bounces will clear. Tigers out of trouble. Short kick, no one down here to kick to, so he tried to kick it into no man's land, but Hamilton got there first. Merritt got a player at half forward. Short pass is okay, and it's Kennedy. He may have been shifted.
Yeah, he's playing on the ball now, Robbo.
Ashcroft up towards full forward. McIver can't mark. Pickering, handball over the top. Lees, oh, a lovely one to Turner, and Richmond out of trouble again. Knights has the ball at half back. Player on his own wide on the wing is Nichols. He can run, probably take another bounce if he likes. No, kicks quickly with the left foot in the finish up towards full forward. Who can recover first? Gale falls over. Handball goes over for a boundary throw-in. So look at those people just behind the fence there with no shirts on at all. Getting a bit of a suntan here at the Gold Coast. Look at that. People in Melbourne.
Hope it's like this tomorrow, Robbo, for our golf up here on the Gold Coast.
Be very handy, Bernie. Poor old Drew, you've got to go back to work. But never mind, we'll tell you all about it when we get back to Melbourne. Phillips now for the Brisbane Bears. Hangs onto it, waiting for Campbell to run. And Campbell's kick to centre wing. The mark is taken by Kennedy.
Gee, it's a low-scoring game considering the condition of the ground. Just 19 goals for the match. Punch from behind by Ryan. Bears come forward again. McLean, quiet on most of his games this year. Hardy in front. Second grab.
Good effort, Brad Hardy. Cops a bit of a bait, doesn't he, this player? But he does do some mercurial things.
Well, he's spent a bit of time on the bench here, and Robert Ball's not happy with his guarding in that first half against Craig Smith when he was playing on the wing, now playing in the forward pocket.
And even this temperature hasn't been enough to get him in the short sleeves. From 50 metres, he can kick a footy, Brad Hardy. Close. Oh, good effort. That's a top goal from him.
This game, we did mention that the Bears were 11-8 on favourites. Richmond were even money with the official bookmakers, the sports betting people down in Melbourne, courtesy of Bill Hutchison. So if you've taken the even money Richmond, you've got some chance. Keys near the 50-metre line, tries to get the hand pass away. Good pressure by Curran. Dragged in the finish by Keys. Keys tries to flip it out. Now opportunity for Leslie. Tries to hand pass to Curran's advantage. And Peter Curran's run a long way out from full back. On centre wing, he kicks it towards Kennedy. Bounce comes back towards Knights. Nearly gets away. Gets the handball away to Campbell. Good chasing Bain. Now Underwood. Wide at half forward. Fairly fresh. And runs away, kicks the ball to half forward and against you, Dale, and he knew it all the time. Free kick goes to half. Hard at centre-half back. You were going to say something, Bernie?
Oh, I just indicated a push, Robbo. Yeah, it was a blatant push in the back by Dale Waitman.
Gastev marks wide of the centre. Handball away to young Bell. Bell's kick is a poor one, and it falls into the arms of Trent Nichols. Shaking your head, Drew?
2 bad kicks by Bell. Kick by Nichols, not too flash either. Comes to Waitman, rather fortunately. Bell back to Gastev on half-back. The hand pass is good. Up to Hart. Climbed by Merritt, but he couldn't mark. Tigers out of defence.
Pickering goes to Nichols. Nichols' kick up towards half-forward, a little too far for all the players there, and it's out on the full. Well, the boundary umpire's a long way away from that.
Well, we are, but we're seeing some very ordinary kicking from both sides there. The delivery into the forward line by the Tigers not up to scratch, and also the Brisbane Bears wasting the ball.
Leslie, kick towards centre wing. Ball comes to Knights. Knights goes to Pickering. Pickering's kick high, and a great mark taken by Gale.
He's played well too, Brendan Gale. Taking some good marks since half-time.
Left foot kick by that player in towards full forward. Phillips gets back and takes a good mark. I'm sure the pass was meant for Naish, just a little too high. That ball comes out to Bell. Bell, who's probably had about 5 or 6 kicks now since coming on. The kick this time finds McLean. McLean goes to Campbell. Bears get a goal out of this, and we've got something happening. At half forward, Hardy. Little left foot kick. Cameron, can you gather it? Goes back after it now. Can't break the tackle. He's still got the football. He's very tired. Goes to Hardy. Hardy shot for goal. He's there. Great goal, Brad Hardy.
The last 7 goals for this match have been scored into a slight breeze. So it still gives the Bears a chance, and those who took the odds on the Bears might still collect. Smith. Well played by Smith. And space here for the Tigers. Unmarked is Naish. He approaches the 50. He's inside 50. He's cornered. His left footer just carries to Nichols.
Good play by Naish.
Yes, excellent, Robbo, wasn't it? He used the ball well there. The pass just falling a little bit short, but Nichols up to the task.
I think more importantly, Bernie, instead of just doing the obvious and running down into the pocket and forcing the angle to be deeper and deeper, he backed off and tried to bring it back towards the front of the goals, which certainly makes it a bit easier.
Well, it was also good defence by the Bears because they got 2 players back there, Michael McLean being one of those players, and they cut him off also.
Trent Nichols from about 40 metres. Oh, beautiful kick right through the middle.
Skill shown there by Trent Nichols to get Richmond's 12th goal and just give them a little bit of breathing space. They lead by 9 points. We're halfway through the last quarter, and Gale, great tap out. Lambert, Underwood quickly, which is good, up towards centre half forward. No mark taken. Bears gather. David Bain goes further back to Zanotti. Zanotti's kick across his left shoulder finds Bell. He's caught. Good tackle by Free. Nichols gathers the crumbs, and he's been a good play. Started on the interchange bench. This kick is a little scrappy, and in front of Campbell it goes over for a boundary throw in right on that 50-metre line. So the Tigers, well, they've made the trip up here for a particular reason. Their cheer squad banner said it's not for the sun and the surf. It was to beat the Brisbane Bears on their own turf, and well, their endeavours have been pretty good. Here's Phillips for the Brisbane Bears. He ducks and weaves and eventually gets his kick away out towards centre wing. A high flyer, but Kennedy just couldn't quite get his foot to the ball. Chance now for Free. Kick towards centre half forward. No mark taken. Bears under pressure. Can they get clear? McIver's hand pass. Hart. Combination. Hamilton. Sweeping hand pass. Campbell goes back in towards the centre. McIver. Strong kick by McIver finds Merritt at centre half forward.
Yeah, beautiful kick there by Scott McIver.
Yeah, Merritt, is he too far out, do you think?
Well, I think he may be just a fraction too far to kick a goal.
Brad Hardy kicked a great goal. Merritt spotted Bell, and Merritt's kick is a beauty. Bell marks.
Oh, who's picking up there? Poor guarding there. I think it's Craig Lambert who should have been picking up Corey Bell, who's running as a rover.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier, Drew, about his kicking ability. A couple of them have fallen short, haven't they? So this will be a test for the youngster. Oh, no test. Right on the behind line, it's forced over for a behind to the Brisbane Bears. So with 13 minutes left, Turner brings it back into play for Richmond.
8 points the difference. Pickering goes for a bounce. Keep going, nobody approaching him. Eventually McLean had to leave his man, and that leaves Campbell. Campbell up towards half forward. Nash uses his body, but the Bears come up with the ball through Phillips. Leslie. What a great kick. Knights dropped. Oh, he didn't take the mark. The umpire saying play on.
What was it then?
Oh, it looked like a mark to me.
I think the other Richmond player got second touch and Knights the third touch. Here's Gale. Hand pass in. Campbell. From 48 metres. Not a bad effort. Just offline and through for a behind. Well, this one might go right to the wire. Richmond know, rather the Bears know what it's all about. Just have to remember back to last week. The lead changed 6 times and they got rolled by 5 points.
It couldn't happen 2 weeks in a row, could it? Gastev finds Bain with the kick in. Bain goes back. Gastev's run out of the goal square and now kicks it out towards centre wing. Mark taken out here by Curran, and he's favouring what? A left leg, maybe a left ankle. Transfers play back in towards the centre. Mark has been taken by Ashcroft. Player on his own. Wide of the centre proper is McLean. McLean could take a bounce, but no, he elects to kick. Towards full forward, no mark taken. Where are the crumb gatherers? No one can control the footy just yet. Turner's hand pass goes out. Lambert. Oh, he took a long time, but eventually got the handball wider to Lees. Lees goes to Free. Free short pass. Looks wide for Gale. He looks very weary. He's going to be tackled and thrown over the line in the finish by Gastev. They make a change, the Bears. Campbell looks distressed, and he's been replaced by Taylor. And the ball at right half forward for the Tigers.
A low-scoring game. Gastev away to Bell. He's had plenty of the ball, but for the third time he gives it straight to the opposition. Campbell. Campbell spots Nash, who was swamped at the last moment. And now a chance for the Bears. Gastev. Walks with the hand pass, then to Phillips. Now to Bell, who kept on overlapping. Well, there's another kick that's not really to the advantage of the team. Comes down to Lambert. And he spots a man on his own out wide. It's Hogg up the ground. Hogg goes long. Keys. Attempted spoil by Curran. He let the ball get behind him. Keys has a second chance. Comes into Smith. Ridden in the back. No whistle. Waitman there. It's desperate stuff. The umpire's going to ball it up.
Oh, good defence and well played by both sides here. Real desperation showing.
All the guys were having a bit of a rest. They're all lying flat on the ground there for a second.
They just look like they're coming to the 12th round, don't they, Robert? They just can't raise a
Well,
gun.
it certainly is. With 10 minutes left. And here's a chance now for Nichols. A high kick. It was over. Was it the boundary umpire indicating that he'll take charge in that left forward pocket for Richmond? Tigers lead by 9 points, 82 to 73. McIver held, but he didn't have it. Zanotti doing the tackling. Ball comes in towards Lambert. Now a chance for Ashcroft. He gets the hand pass away. Come on, youngster. See what you can do with this one. Kicks it wide, and that's not bad because Merritt's got the chance now. And with his body, he usually does something with it. Can he get it back? Yes, he does, to Cameron. Cameron can't get clear. His right foot goes really nowhere. Knights, a little kick. Oh, good defensive work there for the Bears by Ashcroft. The ball on centre wing. Oh, he could have been nearly pinged.
Well, good work by both sides there. Wasn't it good by Lambert, the way he came in and tackled? With that tackle on Martin Leslie. The side that's prepared to work hardest to win this match, Robbo.
Well, it's going to be very, very close all the way down to the final siren, I would suggest. Now, a struggle by all players there, Nash and Phillips, and the umpire will call for a bounce. Actually, we were told earlier that the emergency boundary umpire had taken over from, I think it must have been Anton McKernan, who was the central umpire.
No, actually the boundary umpire was having looked like a hamstring problem, was it? And he didn't come back after three-quarter time, and the emergency field umpire is now running the boundary.
Bears out of defence. Zanotti has run Hogg around a bit today, and he's doing it again here. Mark Zanotti, defence to attack. Taylor the only chance, outnumbered. Can he keep his footing? He tries to paddle up the ground. There's nobody there to take it. Pickering goes wide to Nichols, who dives and marks at halfback. 8 1/4 minutes remaining. Richmond have it at the moment. They lead by 9 points. Pickering to Knights. Knights to half forward. Keys. No mark. Play on. Paddled away by Curran. Here's Hogg too far out to score. A high ball. Bears get back there in numbers. Gale for Richmond. Loses it. Waitman dishes out the hand pass. Chance. Naish. He's swamped. Buried. Holding the ball.
Oh, great tackle, Scotty McIver. Great tackle.
Well, if he didn't effectively tackle, there was certainly a goal coming up to Richmond. And the Bears may be able to turn this around. David Cameron's got plenty of space. Gives the handball over. Corey Bell has the football. Kicks it up towards half forward. McLean marks. Runs on. Kicks it into a vacant place there at half forward. Hardy uses his body. Still got the football. Little tap to McLean. He's tackled. Play goes on. Richmond will rebound. This time through Campbell. Campbell's kick. Looks for Underwood. And Underwood takes a good mark. Plays on quickly. Smith gets around McIver. Talented work there. Kick it towards full forward. No mark taken. Leslie goes back. He's looking a little weary. Right in the goal square, Martin Leslie will rebound. Advantage is paid. What can the Bears do now? Zanotti has the ball at centre half back. One bounce. Sweeping hand pass. Goes wide. Phillips is the player with the football. The pass is okay and the mark is taken by Taylor.
Well, it's low scoring right down to the end. Taylor a centering kick. Not a bad gather by Kennedy. Back to Taylor. Oh, he's lost it. Knights, well played. Lambert off the left. Inside the 50. Chance for Waitman to run onto it. Hogg up the ground. Gets the hand pass away. Dale Waitman. Back to Hogg. Chance for Hogg has been kept right out of it today, but he's running out of room in the pocket. Curran.
Well, that was
they made a mess of that.
They messed it up, didn't they, Rob? I was just about to say that hand pass from Dale Waitman again, missing the target. They had the old 1-2 going. Keepings off, and Brisbane Bears were in a lot of trouble there. He just had to find Jeff Hogg with the hand pass, and he could have run into the goal.
Bell's certainly had a lot of possession since he's been on. Disposal not all that great, but he's whizzed around. He's been likened to Peter Crimmins, the old Hawthorn champ. His blonde hair. Here's Merritt dishing out a good hand pass. And it's kicked forward there by Hamilton. Chance for the Bears, but it's chopped off by Pickering. Loose hand pass by him. Oh, they're so tired. I don't think I've seen two teams so tired all my life.
Are you tired? I'm tired watching it. Ball goes in towards the wing. Ashcroft is leading in the race, but it'll trundle its way over the boundary line. And, well...
They did their best to mess that up again too, Robbo. Some sloppy handball out of the back line.
I'll just go back to Andrew Taylor, who had the football in the centre a few moments ago, but Robert Walls must have just about torn his hair out. Now Richmond may go forward. Lambert, lovely hand pass, finds Knights. Knights on his own. Goes further forward to Waitman. Waitman trying to lift his side. Nearly caught, but gets his kick away. Up towards full forward. Good mark, Peter Curran. And he may be able to do something with this. Sweeping hand pass. Goes to Gastev. Gastev wider. Zanotti's still got run in his legs. He hurt his ankle in the third quarter. The pass just had enough carry on it, and Cameron marks. And Smith, good work, Craig Smith, because David Cameron was away if he was able to break the tackle. David Cameron too far out. Short pass. Not bad. Leave it. Yes. Good call by Shane Hamilton over young Kennedy, and Hamilton has marked at centre half forward. He's looking for Hardy. Hardy leads. Hardy marks. Good body.
Yes, well, good use of the body, as you said, Robbo, by Brad Hardy, and 2 goals in this final term. He's certainly given Brisbane Bears some sort of a chance. He's kicked 3 for the match. He was just able to Bannick out of that.
I bet you he's lost 2 or 3 kilos this afternoon, Brad Hardy.
Especially being around the long sleeves.
And a good kick, is it? No, it just goes to the left. And through for A behind. 3 goals, 1 to Brad Hardy.
Well, they needed that one, Robbo. That was the one they had under 4 minutes, just 3.5 minutes remaining on the clock. And Brad Hardy's kicked 3 goals, 1.
Kick in, comes to this near side. Cameron tries to tap it back. Ashcroft beaten for it by Smith. Lambert. Lambert's kick Knights. Good harassing there by Bain. You've still got hold of him though, David. And the umpire, well, where are the central umpires? Not far away, but certainly David Bain got a hold of Matthew Knights' jumper. There's the time left, 3 minutes. It's just forward of centre wing in Richmond's forward half. They lead by 8 points.
And just 3 minutes left. The Bears need 2 goals to win. In this quarter, they've kicked 2-3 to Richmond's 1-1. And it looks as though the Tigers might be able to hang on with a very low production from their last quarter. But they busted the game wide open in the third term with 5 goals to nothing. Huge pack of players around this. Throw a blanket over 20. Naish's kick is smothered. Now his hand pass is smothered. He gets another go. Back to Smith. Pops it over the top. Too wide for Knights. That's out on the full. Now possession here for the Bears in between half-back and wing. Gee, they have to rush on a goal, get it back to the centre and rush another one to win.
Well, the scoring rate, it's been pretty low so far, Drew. I doubt if they can do it at this stage.
Kicked by Bain. Big leap by...
Great
mark by Merritt. Underwood comes from behind him. Merritt puts it into space. Hamilton getting there for the Bears to put on the tackle. He does so, but Richmond come out with it. Turner did well. And gets it across to Ryan, and Turner's kept going. Good play by Scott Turner from defence. Up inside the 50. Taylor in front for the Bears. Turner was there again to make a contest of that. Off the ground by Shackey. And here's the Bears a chance here. Kennedy. Hardy. Oh, he's got behind Bannock. Brad Hardy, the hand pass in. A chance. Phillips, nobody in the goal square. It misses. Minute 20 left. They needed Hardy's to be a goal, and they needed that to be a goal.
Well, if they can get a goal in the last minute, what price a draw?
You love those draws, Robbie.
Well, I do. I get a little excited about those draws, but I suppose Richmond's third quarter certainly earned them a win. Kick in comes to Campbell. They're prepared to just waste a bit of time with possession football, and Campbell's kick finds free at half-back. So the second's ticking away now for the Bears. Nice long kick by Tony Free to the centre wing position, punched away by Leslie, gathered by McIver, got the handball in the direction of Hamilton. After it again goes Scott McIver, and with him is Andrew Underwood, and he gets a tap on the head from his teammate Matthew Knights, and Robert Wall's panic stations now with 50 seconds left.
Well, they deserve to win this match, Richmond, because they've certainly worked harder since half-time, and that third quarter when they really put in for the term. The little men certainly held sway in the third quarter, and away they went.
Just 32 seconds remaining. Time is out for the Bears. Leslie is still having a real go. Here's Bell. He's got plenty of space near the centre circle. The hand pass all right for Phillips. He balks the hand pass. On to McLean. Bell runs onto this. Inside 50. Short pass. Merritt can't take the mark. They'll get out of it, Richmond. Young gets the hand pass away. Time is up. 5 seconds to go. Cameron's buried. The Bears frustrated again. Richmond have got there. And a disappointed Robert Walls as Richmond just hang on and win it. 12-10-82 to 10-15-75.